So what I strongly suggest is that before you use this video to kind of take you through section by section, that you listen quite a few times to the recording of the full piece, because once you've got the tune and everything in your head, then the learning is just going to flow so much easier for you. Okay, so we're in G major, and so if you have your harp tuned in a flat key like E flat major or A flat major, you need to cancel your flats and you need to add in F sharps. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, assuming that you have listened quite a few times, so you already know how this sounds, I'm going to play through the right hand first, and I'm just going to do each section of the right hand a couple of times, and I'll do it quite slowly. And then I suggest what you do is pause the video after I've played each section a couple of times, and you have a go yourself until you feel confident with that. And of course, at any point you can rewind and use it again. So going from the beginning to the end of the first line just now. I'll show you that again. Okay, so pause it and you have a go. Once you're happy to go on, this is from bar 6 onwards, so this is the second line. And I'm not going to play the very last note, I'm going to add that into the next section. Okay, so here we are again. Okay, so if you want to pause that and have a go. Okay, here's the next little bit. I'm going to start with your second finger on the D just above middle C, miss 2 strings and thumb goes on G. Okay, I'll play that section again. So second finger on D to start with, thumb on G. Okay, so pause it and you have a shot. Here's the new section. Thumb is on your A string and your third finger is on the D, which is next door to middle C. Okay, we'll try that again. So remember, you're starting with your third finger on D above middle C, thumb on A. Okay, so pause that and you have a go. And then here we are at bar 18. So from there I went from bar 18 to kind of halfway through bar 23. I'll maybe talk you through this bit because it's just a wee bit more tricky. So you're starting with second finger on B and thumb on D. Here's your middle C all the way down here, so you're an octave higher than that. So you play this chord and then thumb goes on the G and third finger on the C. Okay, then thumb goes back on that G, fourth finger goes to the B string. We play the thumb, but before we play the fourth finger, we put our second finger on F and our thumb on G. Then we're going to play the fourth finger and the second finger. But before we play the thumb, the second finger and the third finger are going to go on, and they're all in a row. So your thumb is on G, second finger is next door, and your third finger is next door. And then before I play my third finger, my thumb is going over onto the next door string, which is a D. Then I can play my third finger, and then I put my second finger onto the B string. Then I can play my thumb, and then I can play my second finger. So obviously, because of all that explaining, the rhythm got totally meshed up. But you will have done your listening, so you'll know how it's supposed to sound. But I will play you that little bit again, and then I will add in those extra notes that we didn't do that time. Okay, I'm going to play that for you again. And I'm going to play it for you again. And once more. Okay. So pause and you have a go at that. And here we are. So now we are starting halfway through bar 23. Thumb is on D, not the D next door to middle C, but the one the octave higher. And then you're going to miss 3 strings. You're going to have 3 empty strings, and then your third finger goes onto the G string. Okay. So that's a wee short section. I'll play it for you again. And again. Okay, so you could pause and have a wee shot at that. Okay, so before I carry on, I think we might want to just try linking that bit up to the previous section. So if we go from bar 18, I'm just going to play it from bar 18 through to kind of halfway through bar 25, and you might like to try and join in. And here's the next little bit. Now you can either use your second finger here or your thumb, whichever you prefer. And it's going to be on the A, which is above middle C, and then you're going to be on the next door string as well. So I've got my third finger on G here, and you will want to use the third finger there. So it's the string you've got an option for your fingering is the A string. You can either put your thumb on it or your second finger on it. Okay, so here's the next little bit. So there's lots of different fingerings you can use here, and I'm not even sure that I do the same one every time necessarily. There was a little bit of a buzz there, so I'm wondering if maybe it is better using the second finger. You can experiment. But I'll play you that little section again. Okay, so I just suggest that again you pause it, have a go yourself. You can always rewind this video. I think I'm going over things less time, fewer times than I would say if we were doing this live, because I'm aware that I don't want the video to be massively long. and also because I know you have got that option of winding back, and of course if you come to it later on when you've already learnt it and you just want a wee refresher, maybe being slightly faster is helpful. Okay, so we're just going to look at the last line now in terms of the right hand. So his third finger starts on the E string, which is 2 strings up from middle C, and then Amu's going to have this root position shape, if you know what I mean by a root position shape, where you've got a finger on a string and then you've got an empty string, finger on a string, empty string, and then your thumb. And you could put in quite a big rip at the end if you wanted to, you could really slow it down. I'll just play you this bit again. Okay, so I suggest that you might now want to try playing along with the recording of the whole thing, so you can see how the right hand and the left hand fit together. They haven't learnt the left hand yet. That would be a good thing to do, and then I will do another video for you which goes through the left hand.